Part 2, the resurrection. In part 1, we took a look at how the crucifixion is historically accepted as fact, and anyone that tells you otherwise is completely untrue, lies, they don't know what they're talking about. Now, the resurrection is where Christianity was born. The first bit of evidence, the empty tomb. After Jesus was crucified, a rich man named Joseph took Jesus to bury him in his own tomb. The days after the preparation, the Pharisees remembered that Jesus prophesied that he was going to rise after the third day. They were scared, so they wanted the tomb to be fully secured with a seal on it. According to Roman law, if one of these soldiers would have fallen asleep, they could have faced execution. Now, what is interesting is that women were the initial ones to discover the empty tomb. Now, in first century Jewish society, women were not considered legal witnesses. So if this entire story was to be made up, they certainly would not have said that women were the ones that discovered the empty tomb. Here, the angel of the Lord tells the women, do not be afraid because Jesus, who has been crucified, has risen. All the Gospels record that women discovered the empty tomb. In 1 Corinthians, we find out that Jesus appeared to many, including Peter, the 12, more than 500, including some of the people that were still alive at the time that this was written, James and Paul, and the Creed was written within 20 to 25 years after Jesus' death and resurrection. And the apostles didn't even immediately believe that Jesus was resurrected. In fact, Thomas didn't even believe until he put his finger on Jesus' hand and Jesus' side. Jesus continues to appear to the disciples, and this is when things change. Some of the greatest evidence is the transformation of the disciples. Take Peter, for example. Peter completely denied even knowing Jesus to all of a sudden boldly speaking about him. Peter and John were arrested for preaching about Jesus. This is why people who truly know who Jesus is cannot be silenced. The apostles were flogged, Stephen was stoned to death, James was executed, Paul suffered greatly. All of these men suffered because of their testimony and preaching about Jesus Christ. If the resurrection was just one big hoax, then these men and countless of other people that are to this day still being persecuted for Jesus Christ wouldn't be happening. And by the way, about 1,000 years before Jesus was crucified and resurrected, it was written that his body would not undergo decay. So when you have somebody that prophesied and fulfilled his death and resurrection, and you have an entire book that's all about him, I recommend that you learn the truth about who Jesus Christ is.